Hello, once again, my American friends, and specifically my American friends who are guitar enthusiasts or guitar players, or um, you're in a professional band, whatever. And you also purchased yourself a trump guitar, whether it was the electric version or the acoustic. Well, I was just watching one of my favorite YouTube channels because I'm a guitar enthusiast myself, a late bloomer. Started playing guitar when I retired at 65. A long, uh, something I want to do my whole life. And now that I'm retired, I have the time. And I have several. And you can see one behind me up there, and there's others. Anyway, we'll talk about guitars some other time. The ones I have anyway. So anyway, I was watching a YouTube channel called Guitar Max. Okay. A really good guitarist, cool guy, long hair. He plays all different types of genres of music with different guitars, and he reviews them. Anyway, cool guy, very talented, as I said. Anyway, he just put out a video about 8 hours ago, and it has to do with the origin of where these trunk guitars were made. Now, I'm sure you can guess by the look on my face. It's not a place I don't think anyone would really want to buy a guitar from. As a matter of fact, American Taylors and Martins are some of the best made guitars in the world, if not the best. And they're made in either, well, the United States for Martin. I'm not sure if they make guitars outside of the States, but anyway, and Taylor, they make their premium ones in the States, and then their kind of premium budget ones in Mexico, but within 65 miles of each other. So you would think that Donald Trump, who is a America First promoter, right? That's what he says, America First. That's why he's putting these tariffs on Canada and the rest of the world, because he wants industry to come back to the United States. He wants everything made that could be possibly made in the United States, because he doesn't need Canada. He doesn't need, Mexico. He doesn't need anyone. You got the best wood. You got all the chemicals you need. Your farmers have a big enough market. They don't need to sell outside of the U.S. All that good stuff. But most importantly, he says America first. Okay, well, why didn't he pick Taylor to make his guitars? Why didn't he pick Martin to make his guitars? Or, as I said, Taylor makes really, really good guitars, like really good guitars in Mexico, but they sell for less than, some of their premium ones made in the US. So he could have gotten them made there at least. At least the money is coming back. Mexico gets some. The workers there get paid. They earn a decent wage. But but China, he sells Bibles from the White House, made in China. He sells guitars from the White House, made in China. Mega hats, mega t-shirts, and all the other mega stuff. Vast majority made in China. I don't know if he gets a cut of any of that, but I'd be surprised if he doesn't. Anyway, you see the point I'm trying to make there, folks? He's going to take your Social Security away. So your poor people and your old people won't have anything to rely on if they get sick. People who can just barely afford, working people who can just barely afford insurance, health insurance, who rely on being supplemented by Medicare, they won't have that. Okay. So for instance, let's say an operation, I don't know, I'm just going to throw a number. Say you go to emergency room, broken leg or a couple of broken legs or something. Say it's $10,000 at the end. That's what your bill is. Your insurance pays 90%, let's say. you still have to pay $1,000. If you're a guy working, making about, I don't know, 35, 40,000, 50,000 a year, and you got a wife and a couple of kids to support, and do you have $1,000 in the bank for an emergency? I know I never did. And I had a wife who was a professional who made, well, I can't tell you how much she made. It's not my business to be reporting what my ex-wife made, but she made good money and I made decent money. Okay, between the two of us, we made good money, And we never had any money in the bank. We never had anything in the bank. And we didn't go on trips. We didn't go down south. We didn't go to Cuba. We didn't, none of that stuff. Our vacations, we would go visit her family in Quebec. And I loved doing that. I'm not making fun of that. I would have I'd rather do that and be with my lovely French family than, go to Cuba for a week and, lie on the beach and hope I don't get diarrhea from the food. Anyway, so that was my choice. And it was your choice, folks, to vote, majority of you, to vote for Donald Trump. The I'm going to make America great again. MAGA, make America great again. How are you going to do that when the guy who's telling you he's going to do that is selling you product that he has specifically made in China because it's cheaper? You are not going to pay, the average person is not going to pay $4,000, $5,000, $10,000, $12,000 for a guitar. Taylor, for instance, makes, and Martin, they make guitars that are that much money. But you also can get a lot less expensive Martin or Taylor, or a Chinese made one, or an Indonesian made one. And they're decent these days. I've got lots of inexpensive guitars. And if you don't believe me, just go on YouTube. There's thousands of YouTubers out there, literally, that review guitars. Some of them, they're full of, what, but, they're trying to make a living off YouTube. I'm not. See, I can say whatever I want. I'm not beholden to anyone but myself and my conscience and, and you guys, if you make comments. I mean, like I said, I'm always saying, if you disagree with me, that's fine. It's great. I love controversy. I love being provocative. I love people who are provocative. It makes you interesting, right? Voice your opinion, even if it is stupid. Okay? I'll laugh, but I won't really make fun of you. I'll try to be reasonable in my responses. Anyway, that's enough about me. Just thought you might like to know your president, who is America first, is selling his products, his merch to you, and it's coming from China. Okay. Have a good evening. Take care of yourselves.